Hey everyone, welcome back to Taking Back Monday. I am so excited that you decided to say goodbye to the Sunday Scaries and hello to a new future of work. And I am back with another Taking Back Monday short. This short is based on an article I just posted on LinkedIn about my experience going to the Sphere in Las Vegas and seeing a show there called Postcards from Earth. And one of the quotes that they had in the film just really stuck with me. And the idea of the film in this sphere experience was that basically humans had just consumed the earth. We weren't taking care of it, and the earth was beginning to fight back. And the quote was essentially, "A billion spokes, all believing they are the center of the wheel." And it was one of those moments where I just sat up and had this kind of feeling around this quote and what it meant to take back Monday. And so I put together this article. If you're not connected with me on LinkedIn, please come send me a connection. Would love for you to see it, get your feedback. But the idea that we are a billion people at the center of the wheel and that main character energy is not going to be what makes us all successful and takes back Monday. So the following conversation you're about to hear is an AI-generated conversation. It is based on my article. I have taken the time to edit the conversation, but I think AI is part of this conversation. It is part of what's going to help us take back Monday. If we can use AI ethically and build it into our workflows, it really can change what we're doing here. So enjoy this conversation with my two AI co-hosts, and I'm looking forward to your feedback.
Hey, everybody, and welcome back for another deep dive.
I'm excited for this one.
So this time we're looking at this really interesting piece by Alyssa.
Okay.
She wrote about her experience at the Sphere in Las Vegas, the brand new venue.
Right? Yeah, the crazy looking one.
Exactly. And she talks about a lot of different things, but there's this one quote that really caught my eye from one of the shows that she saw.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And it just got me thinking, and I think it has a lot of really interesting implications for how we think about work and, teamwork and purpose and all that.
I'm all ears.
Okay, so the quote is, "A billion spokes, all believing they're the center of the wheel."
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty powerful.
Right. And she heard this during this show called Postcards from Earth.
Okay.
And the whole premise of the show is like, humanity kind of going out to new planets and leaving Earth behind. And, it's kind of this reflection on our impact on the planet and kind of, conquering and consuming and then moving on without really thinking about the consequences.
Wow. So it's like we each think we're the main character in the story of Earth.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's where she makes this really interesting connection to the workplace,
I can see that. Yeah.
because it's so easy to get caught up in our own little worlds, right? Like we're all focused on our own tasks and our own goals and our own ideas.
Totally. And we forget that everyone else is a spoke in the wheel too, right?
Exactly. Like we're all kind of doing our own thing, but we're all part of this bigger system.
And when you only focus on yourself, it's like trying to ride a bike with only one spoke. You're not going to get very far.
That's such a good analogy. And it's not even just about like individual versus team. It's also about, the company or the organization as a whole. Like everyone needs to be moving in the same direction.
Yeah. Otherwise, you just have a bunch of people spinning their wheels.
Yeah. And she uses this really great example of the Miami Heat back when they had LeBron James and Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh.
Oh, yeah. I remember that they were supposed to be unstoppable.
Exactly. Everyone thought they were going to win championships right away because they had all these superstars.
But it didn't quite work out that way at first.
Exactly. Like they struggled initially because they were also used to being the main character.
Right. They each had their own way of playing.
Yeah. And it wasn't until they started to kind of let go of that ego a little bit and really focus on the team's success that they actually started winning championships.
It's like they had to learn how to be spokes in the same wheel instead of trying to be the center of their own separate wheels.
Totally. And it's not just about like, being a good teammate or whatever. It's also about understanding the bigger picture. Like what is the overall mission of the team or the company and how do my individual actions contribute to that?
Yeah. It's like shifting your perspective from me to we.
Exactly. And I think that's something that's really relevant for all of us, no matter what kind of work we do.
Absolutely. Because even if you're not working on a team, you're still part of a larger system, whether it's your company or your industry or even just society as a whole.
Yeah. And when we start to think about it that way, it can really change how we approach our work.
Like instead of just going through the motions, you start to see how your individual efforts are contributing to something bigger than yourself.
Exactly. And that can be incredibly motivating, you know?
Absolutely. It's like you're not just working for a paycheck anymore. You're working towards a shared goal.
Yeah. And I think that's ultimately what it comes down to, finding that sense of purpose in our work.
And when we have that purpose, it makes all the difference.
So as we wrap up here, I just want to leave you with this thought. Yeah, if you could visualize your team or your organization as a wheel,
Okay.
where do you see yourself fitting in, and what can you do to make sure that all the spokes are working together smoothly? Because when that happens, that's when you can really achieve something incredible.
That's a great image to keep in mind. And it's something we can all think about even outside of work.
Definitely. So keep those wheels turning, everyone, and we'll catch you next time for another deep dive.
See ya.
Okay.
Bye.